Hi, I'm Terry Moore from MCCI, and I'd like to introduce MCCI's Cricket UI, a simple user interface for MCCI's USB switches. MCCI has a number of USB switches, ranging from our 2-port USB 4 switch, the Model 3141, to our original and very popular 1-port USB 3 switch, the Model 2101. These switches all share a common purpose. They automate connection testing for USB hosts or devices. They also share a common user interface, the MCCI Cricket UI. Here's a quick demo. We start by selecting the USB switch we want to control. In this case, we'll choose the Model 3141. Once connected, the layout changes to match the capabilities of the switch. The Model 3141 has 2 ports. Let's turn on USB device tree change logging and turn on timestamps. In manual mode, you switch ports off and on by pointing and clicking. Port 1 has an MCCI RS485 converter attached. Let's connect it. It's a full-speed device. Port 2 has a low-speed mouse. Let's switch to that. The enumerations are displayed on the right, and the switch operations are displayed on the lower left. Now let's try auto mode. You choose the period and the duty cycle. We've selected 3 seconds and 50% duty cycle. The UI cycles the switch through the available ports, one after the other. Finally, in loop mode, the UI switches a single port, either for a given number of cycles or until you tell it to stop. In all 3 modes, you can disable SuperSpeed connection to focus your test on high-speed enumeration. In the demo, we showed one machine test. You run Cricket UI on your development machine and test connections to that machine. This uses 2 USB ports, one for testing connections and a second to control the switch. But Cricket UI is not limited to one machine testing. Suppose you have a Mac desktop and want to test enumeration on a Windows host. In this case, you use 2 machine test. 2 machine test separates the USB test host from the machine that runs the UI and controls the switch. The UI talks to the test host via TCP and controls the switch via USB. All features of the UI are still available. To take it one step further, suppose the USB test host is in a remote lab and it only has 1 USB port. You can use 3 machine test. Put a Raspberry Pi in your lab next to the USB test host to control the USB switch. Connect the Pi and the test host to your dev PC using TCP/IP. Once again, all features of the UI are available, allowing you to run manual and automatic tests remotely. To summarize, Cricket UI is a cross-platform, portable user interface for remote control of any MCCI USB switch product. It's open source and written in Python. The modular design allows flexible deployment. It can test a device on your desktop or at a remote office. For information on MCCI's USB switches, Cricket UI, and MCCI's other industry-leading USB products, check our website, mcci.com, or drop an email to sales@mcci.com. Thanks very much.